I need to wrap.
You need to wrap?
Yes. I need to wrap this microphone stand because every time something hits it, it goes tick, tick, tick.
Just so you know, we're good. We're recording.
Oh, good.
If you'll talk for like 10 seconds, I'm trying to make a little...
Do you want me to wrap?
A little pour over coffee action.
Oh, my gosh.
Hopefully, let's see if it shows up.
Dusty, we hit an important milestone this week.
What was it?
Lord,
I don't remember.
Number of downloads?
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second.
Oh, my Lord. It sounds like you're peeing, dude.
You can edit that out.
No, we're not. We're not editing out.
Here, should I bring it closer? That's what a delicious pour over sounds like at whatever time of the morning it is. What were we just talking about? Oh, milestones. Oh yeah, so that got me on a tangent because not a tangent, on a train of thought. We did we're over 1,000 downloads, so
nice. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was doing a little research last night thinking about that, and I'm like, is that the only way to kind of gauge listenership, I guess, is just by downloads? Because we were kind of discussing, like, that doesn't really make sense. And
right, because I listen to podcasts, and I don't think I've ever, quote-unquote, downloaded a podcast to my phone.
So I was doing a little research about that, and I think I have to figure out how to get access to Spotify and Apple's kind of analytics. It's outside of the podcasting host thing that we use.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that'll, once I figure that out. I was messing with it. My mic is messed up too, bro. All right. So I'm gonna try to figure that out today because I think we should probably have better analytics because they can break it down to like how long people listen and like new listeners and all that fun stuff.
That'll be great. Somebody listened for 2 minutes.
Maybe we don't want to know that.
Right. I'm still amazed anybody wants to listen, but thank you for listening.
So you want to tell them what we're talking about today? Oh, by the way, I guess we should, in case people are keeping track, there's probably like 3 people who are actually keeping track of what we say. But we had teased that this episode would have a guest, and
I think we tease that on every episode.
On the way in, I was like, maybe we should just stop talking about you'll just be surprised. Surprise, right. There's a guest.
And I don't think it's been our fault yet. All right, okay. Oh my God.
It's a different kind of mouth sounds.
I don't think it's been our fault yet. It will be about a guest having to reschedule or whatever. So we have good intentions, and we honestly believe we're going to have a guest. They just never show up. So
we actually have, I would imagine, 2 out of the next 3 episodes we should have guests. I know I shouldn't say that. I just said I shouldn't say it, and here I am saying it.
That's all we're going to have from now on. Just guests. Guest.
But one thing that we're probably going to put out on the Instagram story, because this whole episode is, you guys are making this whole episode. We're going to be reading a ton of responses, which we'll get to in just a second. But one of the guests that we are going to have is just one of our vendor reps. He's a diamond vendor, diamond jewelry vendor, and I really would watch the story because we're going to try to come up with some fun questions to ask him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they will be just unfiltered, raw questions from you guys.
Yes,
I think it'll be fun.
Like what nosy question have you always wanted to know from a vendor? What are you doing, man?
I cannot with this mic, dude. I feel like it's close to my nose, and I can hear myself breathing. All right, I think I'm good now. All right, so do you remember what we're going to just spend the next 30, 40 minutes talking about?
Pet peeves.
So, I don't know. I thought it would be fun just to, outside of the jewelry industry, do we just have any pet peeves in life? I just thought I'd ask you that if you have one or two that you can just think of right off the top of your head.
This is becoming one, just asking me random questions that I'm not prepared for.
How about this? How about, do you know at least one or two of my pet peeves?
Yes, I know two of them. One, we've already talked about mouth sounds, like you just did.
I'm drinking my coffee.
You slurp. And then you hate when someone says, for example,
I know.
I'm going to give 110%.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%. Anything over 100%, it just drives
Because
you crazy.
100% is the whole. You can't give more than the whole.
You're right. You're not wrong.
And I think, and it's really
You're
funny.
1,000% right.
I'm 1,000. It gets on my nerves because occasionally I'll do it. I'm guilty of doing the thing that I hate.
Yep. So I do it now just to annoy you.
I don't know. Do you have any pet peeves? I mean, other than just people?
Just people, man. That's it. Just people.
All right. So this is, let's get this
Which
going.
segues
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah, because all these are going to... So what we did, we posed the question, like I said before, be interactive on our Instagram, especially on the story, because we post polls and questions, and it really helps facilitate what we're going to talk about. And so the question basically was, we wanted to hear from the jewelry industry, doesn't necessarily have to be bench jewelers, but just pet peeves, and I specifically mentioned just the pettier, the sillier, the better.
Man, you ask jewelers what annoys them, and man.
We honestly, I know for a fact I will not get through all of these, especially if we just talk about them for more than 5 seconds. And some of them will be specific to bench jewelers. Some of them are just, hopefully we can all relate. But I'm going to just start with the one that I just pulled up first. And some of them are somewhat repetitive. And I tried to share a lot of them, but then I didn't check my phone for like 8 hours. And the next day I had like 100. So I was like, okay, I can't. We'll just save them for the podcast. Are you ready?
I am so ready for this.
I know you made up your own little personal list, right?
I have a personal list,
So
but
we can
I'm sure...
sprinkle those in.
Yeah, but I'm sure somebody will have touched on all of these.
Okay. The first one is finally sitting down at the laser and then having to get right back up. Actually, I read that wrong. Finally sitting down at the laser, then having to go back to the bench for a rush job. LOL. And then I said, it just in general, when you sit down to do something as a bench jeweler and then immediately have to get up, it's so annoying.
Oh, man. And just, it's having to stop what you're doing is just so frustrating.
That is, we have talked about it because it doesn't matter if I'm doing something, if I'm making a meme, if I'm working on a ring, if I'm doing something and I get interrupted with a customer, I act like it is the worst thing. I act like it's the worst thing that's happened to me in my life. I'm like, oh my God, again.
Here we go.
And it's like a person trying to come in and buy a $2,000 ring. But I'm over here making a meme for no dollars and no benefit whatsoever. And I'm like, oh my God, can I just finish this one meme before somebody would stop coming in?
This is an aside, but it is hilarious how Dusty will be spending all day making memes. Not all day, but a good chunk of it.
I get work done.
You do. But he'll go and he'll say like, "Oh man, it's been 4 weeks since I posted to our store's Instagram page."
Yeah, that's how it.
Well, it's not fun, right? I mean, it makes money, but
Potentially,
it's not fun.
There's not very much reward in that. But I need to get better. We'll get better. Anyway, all right.
Are there any other? Do you have an order of these? Like, are there
No,
other
because
laser ones, or
there was, but I did not have time to organize them.
Okay.
And so eventually I got to the point, the way Instagram shows all the responses like a grid, I just had to start screenshotting them and I'm just going through them.
Okay.
So there is no rhyme or reason to these. Basically how they came in, maybe.
Okay.
But this one says when they, assuming a client, drops their watch on the counter and then they just stare at you.
Oh my God.
Like, do you need a battery? Use your words, please.
Oh, watch customers, especially the
They're
older ones, and especially the men, will come in and just plop it down. You have no idea. Their watch down, Dusty.
We say it.
They'll plop their watch down.
We say it all the time, jokingly to ourselves. I don't know if we've said it here publicly, but we say it in the store all the time. Watch customers are the worst.
Yes.
They just have like a whole different persona about them.
Oh my God.
Just here it is.
Yep.
You know what to do. I ain't going to say words. God, it irritates me so bad.
Right? It's rude. And then it's annoying.
This one just says, engineers. If you know, you know. There was a lot of people who, because I had reposted that one, a lot of people are like, and somebody had a story about an engineer, and I didn't save it, but I'll try to paraphrase it. It was like they wanted very specific, like fastening on a diamond, and then there was one that had to have it was like a very specific pink diamond, and it was like it had to be a certain color and certain blah, 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 blah. And then she goes, I ended up having to go to Hong Kong to find this certain diamond, because she went to the Hong Kong show. She must be international, I don't know. But basically, and then at the end of it, it was a little tiny diamond that was going to be flush set inside the ring.
Oh my God.
That no one would ever see.
Oh my gosh.
It was just like a funny engineer story. But we all know, they come in with like, I've only had one, and it wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't even know if we ended up doing business with them, because I think I find a way to get rid of those people, because they come in with like their own CAD rendering that they did. And it's got like it'll be like 1.78 millimeters this, and everything's got exact. And I'm like, that, bruh, we're not doing this. This ain't for me. You ain't my client. This is not. I do not have the patience for this.
Personally, I don't mind it, because one, I don't deal with designs, so I don't have to deal with that.
But you got to sit there and listen to me deal with it.
Yeah, that's fun. I think I'm just more. I think you come to this industry on the repair side either as like, I'm very numbers driven, math oriented, so I'm like, I love to solve the problems. But then I think more people come as just creative, just like I'm an artist, and I can imagine how that would drive those people insane. So what's next? When
they show up with a bag full of mixed items 5 minutes before closing.
I love how most of
you start laughing before when they
because
people, I hate this.
All of these, right? Exactly.
And we all know when we say they, we know who they are.
We know who they are.
But they show up with a bag full of crap 5 minutes before closing time. I think me and you have gotten really good at this, mostly because like I have a life, and I'll just straight up tell them.
I have a life.
So I just want to get out of here. That sometimes your life is I want to leave work on time.
Yes.
That's my life.
Yes. I both of those. I hate when people bring in a whole bag of stuff, and I hate when people come 5 minutes before close. Those can be completely mutually exclusive. But yeah, if you're going to do both, no. I'm going to write your name down, and I'm going to say, we'll call you tomorrow about what all this is.
I was going to say, we've gotten pretty good at just like, hey, we're leaving in 5 minutes, so sorry.
Yeah.
Or people will show up at like, if you squeeze in here 1 minute before we close, that's fine, but it better be something quick, because we ain't like going to fully assist you.
It should be something that can be accomplished in 1 minute.
This is totally a side rant, but it reminded me of last Christmas. Do you remember the story from the lady? So she came in like 3 times in the month of December. It's the busiest time.
Yes.
And every time she came was like 5 minutes before closing. I think one of the times I had to leave early and you got stuck with her like way after closing, right?
Yeah. She called and said, I'm going to be like 5 minutes late because of traffic, and I made the mistake of saying I would wait because I didn't have anything else to do. So, of course, it was not 5 minutes late. It was like 12 minutes late. And then she stayed in the store probably 20 minutes.
Because she was just like looking through, and she wasn't going to buy anything because I think she had bought something originally. And then we had to like size it and then resize it. Every time she came, she wanted to like look around. I'm like, yes. But anyway, the reason I told the story is because there was something she was supposed to pick up before Christmas. And I remember I always stress out on Christmas Eve because I know there's always 2 or 3 people who were like, I need this by Christmas, and it's like Christmas Eve and we're about to close, and I'm like,
where are you?
I'm leaving and I will be closed for the next 10 days, so
yes,
sorry. And this lady, So on Christmas Eve, we always close at noon. That's just my thing. I close at noon because I have a life, like I mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And we're usually very slow on Christmas
Yeah, we
Eve.
get some people coming in picking up stuff and a couple last-minute things, so it's a pretty chill day for us. We don't make it a big deal, but we're here just for last-minute stuff. Always close at noon. And obviously, as you would imagine, a jewelry store, your holiday hours are on your website, on social media. I mean, they're everywhere. But as you also might imagine, on your storefront, the time slots that you have embedded into your door are right there visible. But times may vary. Like in December, we're obviously open on Saturdays. It doesn't say that, but we're here. And then there's other days where we stay later, but we can't change the physical stickers on the door every time we alter our hours for the holidays.
Right. It says we're open 10 to 5:30 on Thursdays, but we're not going to be here on Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So I woke up I think it was after the holidays were already over, and it was like a Yelp review of like.
It's always Yelp.
Yeah, it was always Yelp. Yeah, the Google reviews are like all 5 stars, but the Yelp, we always get these 2 or 3 people that want to complain. It'll be like, I think she said it was like 3 stars, and she said, you should really honor the hours on your door. I came on Christmas Eve at like 4 p.m. and you were closed. And I'm like, I wanted to just punch someone through the phone.
Right.
I could not have been more irritated.
And it drives you insane because had we quote unquote honored the hours on our door, we would have never stayed open late for you.
Mm-hmm. All right, I don't know.
Are you done drinking? Like,
no, it's
dude.
This coffee. So I'm trying to back up, but maybe I'm not doing a good job. Quote: just design a couple options for me, and that's with them giving you zero guidance.
Of course.
And then they reject all the designs you come up with.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been down this road before. For fun one day, a lady was like, she insisted. She's like, I just want you to be creative. Like, you guys are the experts.
Right. And it always comes with, you did a ring for my friend, and it was so great.
And I said, I really don't like to do that. This was years ago, and this is why I don't do it anymore, because of this story. And I said, just give me something, like a style, a shape, just something. She had a bunch of stones. And so I went to my CAD guy, and I was like, listen, we're going to try it. And he was probably like, no, we're not. We shouldn't do that. I said, no, trust me. She really wants something super artistic and just wants us to just come up with something awesome. And he came up with a couple, like, just super cool designs. And she did not like them. And
Shocker.
it was always like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, what do you not like about it? I don't know. That's just not what I had in mind. What did you have in mind?
I see it.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, so now we tell people all the time,
yep,
you need to tell us what you want, because otherwise, if you just keep making us do stuff, you will pay $200 for every single design we come up with.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, now it makes sense. Now that it's costing you money and not me money, all of a sudden you get it.
Yep.
I'm going to keep going. This one just says, customer brings in all of grandma's jewelry, boxes and boxes of it, to use my expertise of what's real and what's not real. But then they spend the entire time questioning every single piece when I say, oh, this is just costume jewelry.
Are you sure?
She had this for like 100 years. Are you sure?
It looks real.
She told me this was a real diamond.
Do people charge for that? I feel like it's like, I would hope so. Like, if you've got a box, like, typically if we sort through things, it's so we can in the end buy some gold. Yeah. But gosh, I mean, we have done some sorting and people are like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And that
I think everybody has a different approach. You take it in, charge per hour or whatever. I think what we've just started doing is, especially when it's a whole bunch of stuff, we're like, you just have to leave it for a couple days. And it weeds out people, because if they're like, oh, I just want you to do it now. I'm so sorry, we can't. And then they just leave. Or they actually trust us and they leave it, and we can, in our spare time, we can actually take the time to kind of sort it and separate it. That's worked well for us. I know it doesn't probably work for everybody, but I'm going to keep going.
Keep going. We got a lot.
When the sales staff linger in the shop waiting for a job to be finished. Yeah, it's like, you standing beside me is not going to make this go any faster. Like, I'll bring it to you. Get the hell out of here.
Right?
Oh, we weren't supposed to say. Hell's
explicit.
That's
Gosh,
that's not a bad word.
It's not. Obviously, we don't really have salespeople here, and we don't have a back room. In the shop.
But where we used to work, we know what it was like to go stand behind the bench door, like this lady's waiting, and so I'm going to stand here and wait.
And as the salesperson or the person that's helping the customer, you're just like, what am I going to do? Stand out there with them, and they're going to be like, we're both going to.
I get it, yeah. Like they would rather stand in the shop than like just small talk with the customer for 10 minutes.
But also, as the jeweler, that would drive me crazy too. Like just leave or go sit in the corner.
Gosh. Here's a little tiny one, and I don't know if you'll relate to this one, Brad, because you don't do a lot of stone setting, but when round diamonds aren't set with the table squared up to the prongs. And I went to New Approach, sponsorship opportunity.
Ooh.
And I do remember that was a big point of emphasis. And I will also admit that I usually don't think about it when I'm setting it, but then after it's all cleaned and polished, then I realize, like, crap, it's not squared up with those prongs, and it will drive me crazy. And I will admit in front of everyone that sometimes I will notice it and I don't care.
Wow.
It's very rare, but sometimes I'm just like, it's polished, it's rhodium plated, I'm not adjusting this. I'm sorry.
Man.
I know people are going to crucify me.
Man.
When they pull all the stones out of Grandma's ring to make something else, and I tell them that the ring will be destroyed, and then they come back and want to put stones back into the old ring.
Oh, God.
I didn't know where that story was going. As I'm reading some of these for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
I think that might have happened once.
Yeah, that's like.
It's like I just put it back together. Like, okay, I freaking destroyed this to get these stones out. Now, just
like, how many times does that happen? That's your pet peeve. Hold this again.
Yeah, for me, it's like, oh, I think that happened once and it was super annoying, but that wasn't a new pet peeve of mine. All right, sorry.
Which that's fine. I mean, I think yes, pet peeves. It just gets into like all the things that annoy me about this. So. I get it.
Here's one that says when you ask what their budget is, and they're just like vague or like, it just depends, and then you show them something, and then they quickly go, oh, well, I didn't want to spend over this amount.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes.
Why didn't you just say that?
Right. It's like they're playing some, I don't know. Like
well, if I see something I like, the budget doesn't matter, but it does. It does matter.
It always matters.
Because if I show you a $5,000 ring and you only came in with $500, it matters.
Yes. Obviously.
That is a new, and I get, again, this goes back to, my wife always reminds me, people don't understand the industry. They don't know how much things cost. But that's why I'm like, when people come in with these lofty expectations, and then when they're just looking, they're like, oh, how much is that? And you're like, oh, that's $1,800. And they're like, oh, okay, how much is that? Oh, that's $900. And then after 10 minutes, they're like, well, I was really trying to keep it under $200. It's like, but why didn't you tell me that when you got here?
Exactly.
Because now you looked at things and you liked them, and now I'm gonna have to move you to a section of things that you are definitely not to that quality. Just say it. I don't care. I don't care if your budget is $50. Just tell me.
I think they think we're going to so my budget is $500. I'm only going to show you things that are $500. Yeah, no, dude. I want you out of this store as quickly as possible.
We got work to do.
I will get you situated, and you will be gone.
This is a unique one that we can't relate to, but people getting upset because I don't offer silver for dental grills. That's grills with a Z, by the way.
Obviously, you think it's a black stone. Wait, so
I guess because when you do grills, they have to be gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because silver, Brad, it's soft.
Too soft.
God, how many times do we tell people this on a weekly basis? It's too soft.
Yep. You can't put diamonds in that?
People that walk in not understanding that the price of gold fluctuates.
Yep. Because they'll, especially with selling gold, they'll be like, oh, can you just write that down, how much you'll pay me? And I'll bring it back next week I'm like, no, that's not how this works.
Yeah. Although the gold if it keeps going up, 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 I would rather honor those
Right?
those old prices.
Yep.
Man, Brad, have you checked this morning? I'm pretty sure it went over 4,000.
Did it really?
I think we're officially there, guys. It's over 4,000.
Nice.
So if you're gonna retire, now's the time.
Yep.
Unless it goes to 5,000, then keep waiting.
You know what's crazy, and it's not crazy. It's just how math works. Like going from 4,000 to 5,000 is less of a percentage jump than going from 3,000 to 4,000. So it should be faster, easier for it to go to 5,000 than it was to go from 3 to 4.
It is kind of like it. I've been pretty just like, yeah, I mean, we all knew it was going to go up. I've been, what did you say last episode, chill guy? I've been a pretty chill guy about it. Mm-hmm. At what point, I think there's a point, and I feel like I got there today, where I'm like, it's kind of making me nervous now.
Yeah,
right?
I think.
Like, at what point do we like, this is kind of weird, this is kind of scary.
Yeah, well.
We're going to be doom and gloom for 30 seconds.
It was weird yesterday because I priced out some gold, and it was not much, and it was like $900 for the customer, and I'm like looking at our calculator, making sure everything's set properly, like I'm not overpaying this. I'm like how in the world is this $900?
Because that same thing, like, what 9 years ago would have been like half that price.
Oh, easily been like $400 or $500. Yep.
Yeah, that's the topic for another day.
Yep.
Quote, here's a bunch of jewelry that I don't wear. Can you use them to make me something? I don't have any ideas.
Right? It's always like, can y'all melt this into something?
I have these 17 rings that are all ugly, and all the stones don't match. They're all different sizes. They're all different colors. But can you just make me something beautiful? And I'm giving you all this stuff, so it really shouldn't cost that much, right?
Right. I have all the metal. I have all the stones. It's probably like $200, right?
God, why is it so much? I have a lot of gold there. I thought gold was high. Yeah, that's how it works both ways. Mm-hmm. It's high both ways.
Sure is.
I don't know. I'm going to read this one, but it says gatekeeping, pricing, and labor, and then complaining when the new students price it incorrectly. I don't know if I can relate to that, but maybe somebody will.
Yeah,
gatekeeping in general is such a stupid thing.
What is gatekeeping?
I mean, it's like...
Is it like gaslighting?
It's like I have all the answers, but I'm not going to give them to you unless...
Okay. I got you.
I'm gatekeeping all the information for myself. I could be wrong with that. Somebody said, oh, you're a jeweler? So you cut diamonds and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. That's a big one, is just when you say you're a jeweler, no one ever thinks, from a bench jeweler perspective, no one thinks, oh, you size rings, make repairs, and set
right.
stones. It's always like, oh, you change like batteries and stuff?
Yep. I had this happen
I have a black onyx. Can you cut that into a different shape for me?
I had this happen this weekend. I was talking to somebody, one of my kids went to a birthday party, and one of the parents was like, what do you do? And I hate telling people.
Because they're going to say something stupid after you say it.
Yep. And they were like, oh, you cut stones. Then you have to explain it. It's like the same crap you have to explain all during the week. Or they're going to be like, oh, man, I've got 6 watches I need batteries for.
Yeah,
can I get those to you?
That's the two extremes. Or I often get, other than batteries, it's like I got my grandpa's old pocket watch. It was like $1895. Y'all fix that? It hadn't ran since the 30s.
Yep.
Now, I said jeweler, and you thought fix your grandpa's pocket watch?
I've got a mantle clock. I'll fix those, right?
There's another one that when the sales staff linger in the shop. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Oh, am I on this? I think I'm reading the same page twice. Yeah, I did. I messed up there. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, I did this again. I was like, we have so many. Maybe we don't have them. I have like 4 screenshots 3. And they're all the exact same thing. All right, let's keep going. when they say it just needs a little solder,
Yep.
that's all it needs.
Yep.
Hey, I got this hollow rope chain. Just needs a little solder. Man, why are you charging so much for just a little solder?
Yep. Y'all just gonna stretch it up, right? Y'all just stretching up.
Why is it $100? Oh, if we get into this, I was about to say, why is it $100? You just gotta stretch it up, which brings me to something that happened in the comment section of a post.
But
If we have time,
awesome.
I don't think we're gonna have time.
But when I say stretch it up, I'm not actually talking. That's how they understand it, as like, oh, I have a cluster ring, and it needs to be sized up 3 sizes. You're just going to stretch it up.
Yeah.
Like, no, idiot. I'm not.
So this one came up quite a bit, Brad. Asking for the man who repairs the jewelry in an all-woman-owned store. Like this similar theme came up.
Was
for
this
all
Casey?
It was not Casey. This came up with a lot of several women. I think that comes up when it's a female Ben Schuler, and that actually does kind of suck because that's annoying. And I made a comment to one of them. I said, if you go into a jewelry store, if you want something fixed, look for the person with the dirtiest fingers, man or woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If they got dirty fingers and maybe even some rouge on their face, that's who you want to talk to, man or woman.
Yes.
We are going to, in the future, I do want to get, we're going to find an amazing female Ben Schuler who is just in the grind like we are and just kind of get their perspective on stuff. So that'll be a future episode as well. Stay tuned.
Nice. That does suck. I hate that they have to deal with. We is obviously a different thing, but I got that a lot when I was younger in this industry. Like, they always look for the older guy.
Oh, yeah, dude. So I remember when I first started at our old job that we never named. When I first started, I had already been changing batteries for years, but I was, in my 20s, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And they also simultaneously hired this other guy, and he was like an electrician, but he didn't have any work, so he was looking for something, to fill in the gap. And he was like 60, and he had like the visor on his head, and but he had zero experience, and he started about the same time I did, but I had good young eyes at the time, so I didn't wear a visor, and I was like half his age,
Right.
and everyone was like, "Oh, can you get me that older guy with the visor?" And I'm like, "The guy who just started changing batteries 20 minutes ago, that's who you want?"
Exactly.
But yeah, that's a dumb thing for
It is.
like you should never go into any place of business and just start making assumptions based off how
Right.
people look, whether it's age, sex, whatever.
Exactly.
All right. Customers come in to shop engagement rings on a Saturday, 15 minutes before we close. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that. You know what? That when we were open on Saturdays, I promise you, almost every Saturday, right before closing, people wanted to look at engagement rings or wedding bands. It blew my mind how often it happened, and they were just looking.
Yep,
Just
just
looking.
looking.
Oh, when you get married, and it'll be like December, and they're like, "Well, when you get married, the spring of 2027." It's like, get the hell out of here! I know I've had to say that twice. I've had to say. I think in my head so many times throughout the day, "Get the hell out of here!" And now here I am saying it out loud on the podcast, and I'm sorry, but I think it. When people come in and they do crap like that, that's all that goes through my head.
Yep. You're not wrong.
Customers telling me how easy it is to repair something, and then they can tell you how to do it.
Yep. We had this happen a few weeks ago. So it was a ring. It had it was a strange ring, but in each segment there were 4 marquee around a princess cut, but the princess cut was set lower than the marquees. So to set the princess, you would have to remove all the marquees. And so, how'd that work out, Dusty?
Oh yeah, shoot, it was to me. I'll be honest, it's not something that I could not do. I knew I was potentially going to open a can of worms,
Yes, it was a poorly made ring.
And just by her, you can kind of get the vibe from people. They're going to be super picky. I'm about to open a can of worms. So for me, I would rather just say, this is not something I can do. So we said, hey, so sorry, we can't really help you with this. And then she spent like 10 minutes just telling us, well, all you have to do is, all you got, is it all you have to do is just.
All you have to do. That's all you got to do.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got to do. This came up quite a bit, different variations. Putting their entire finger in their mouth to lubricate it so they can get their ring off their finger.
Oh, that's a good one. That's universal. That's a great pet peeve.
Everyone has experienced that, and I'm pretty sure every jewelry store, I know some people do Windex. We keep a massive bottle of hand sanitizer out, as most do, and it's like there's so many ways to get that off. Like, never in a million years would I think to put my saliva on something and then hand it to someone. Like, it's just nasty. How does that not register in their mind that that's nasty?
Right.
And we're not even talking about...
Like, I would be embarrassed. I would be like, can I have something to clean this off before I hand it to you?
And that's not even... Thankfully, we don't experience this anymore, but when we worked in the mall...
Oh, it was nonstop.
The amount of time people popped a grill out of their teeth and then just handed it to you, like, bro, what? WTF?
And then
don't hand me that. That's nasty.
Then we would just put it in the nastiest ultrasonic water ever
I know,
to clean it, quote unquote.
Like, guys, you can do this at home.
You should do this
Get
at
some
home.
Listerine, soak it. You don't want me putting it. Do you know how much dead skin cells and goop is floating around in that ultrasonic, and you just want me to drop it in, and then you're gonna pop it back in your mouth?
So I have a few pet peeves when it comes to sizing the customer's fingers.
Actually, you need to rattle off some of yours if we hadn't got to them
Well,
yet.
well, that's what.
Because I realized we got like
Yeah. So with the licking of the finger, brought to mind, like, okay, so now we're going to size a ring. And so people put on the ring sizer, and then they just let it hang.
yes.
They're like, I don't know, this feels weird. Is it supposed to feel? Yes. Like they do not realize, like, we're just measuring the widest part of your ring. We're not asking you to put this on and just throw your hands down, see how it feels.
Like, I really can't tell with all these other ones hanging down. Well, that's
No kidding.
Yeah, obviously. I'm trying to measure to see is this going to go over your knuckle or not. Or they'll take it from the bottom and push up on it and like, look at how much gap there is. And I'm like, is that how you wear your rings?
Yep. And they'll hold their hand up, which leads me
to the watch.
To watch.
I already. Go ahead.
You already know. So first of all, the watch sizing. They're going to have another watch on. So typically they'll have a different watch on. They'll bring their new watch in
a box, fully wrapped up,
fully wrapped with plastic. So we first have to get the plastic off, and then we hand it to them, and they're like, "What do I do?" And so they got to try it on. So then they have to take their old watch off, put the new one on,
and they put the new one on upside down, and they don't know how to work the clasp.
And then what do they do, Dusty?
Dude, they hold it up like they like they're trying to reach the freaking moon. It's like, what are you reaching for the ceiling for? Put your arm down in a normal height, bro. It's like they all do it. It's so weird. It's like they want you to see how it's hanging, and they like lift their arm 6 feet into the air.
Like, in no way am I just going to eyeball this. I remember one person. Do you remember this? They brought in a watch for their wife to be sized, and they had taken a picture of their wife holding their hand up with.
I don't remember that.
It's so stupid. And so, you're like, put your hand down, like, you measure it the right way, then you take the links out. By then, you walk out. Guy has
he's got his other watch back on.
You're like,
bro, just don't wear a watch for 30 seconds. It's like, I have to have a watch on my wrist 24/7.
And then it will go, like you said, put it on backwards, put it upside down, whatever.
And they're like, "Oh, I can't get it to clasp," but I'm like, "That's because you're not clasping it right."
Exactly.
They have that little moment of like, "What did you do to my watch?" And it's like, "You're an idiot. That's what happened to your watch. You became an idiot in the last 45 seconds."
Yep.
Or the other extreme is that is the other half of that equation is they come in wearing the watch they need sized. And what do? They walk in, and while they're saying, "I need my watch size," they're taking it off and then laying on the counter as they finish the sentence, "I need my watch size." And I'm like, "Okay, well, put it back on, buddy. Why did you take it off? Put it back on. I need to see."
Exactly.
I'm going to try to plow through a few more of these real quick. I've been saving up all my repairs to bring in at once.
Oh. Such a new thing, too, I think. Because, like I said, I think in a previous
we've talked
episode,
about it, yeah.
Yep.
Preparing to polish all day, finally getting to the polishing room, and the client needs gold tested. I think that's just the whole getting interrupted. Like it's just, I hate getting interrupted.
Yes.
And I get this, it's just inevitable, but it still gets on my nerves. Let's see here. When the customer says, "How do I know you're not going to swap my diamond?" I don't even want to go too deep into that because it's...
Yeah, that's a longer conversation.
We could do one of those micro episodes about this whole topic.
That would be
we need to write that down. We should write that down, Brad.
Okay.
When the clients bring in a ring that is clearly damaged and then saying, quote, "I never wear it."
Right? Oh, my gosh.
When they take their mom shopping for the engagement ring.
Dudes, yes. They
Uh,
definitely do.
let's see here. When people get offended because I ask for their budget. Purists who talk down on other jewelers and their skills or their style. I think purists in general kind of get on my nerves.
Right.
Because there's so many different ways to be a purist, and that might be another topic too for one day.
Yep.
A lot of people said customers implying subtly that you're gonna swap out their stones.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
All right, we need to mark that down. That might be our first micro episode.
That's a good
Just
one.
the whole idea of swapping stones. Lots of finger licking on here. Let's see here. When salespeople just stand next to you and don't say anything, they say, quote, "Can I help you?" Oh, this was the little silly one that, like, I think both of us understand. After 10 minutes, I'm finally ready for that laser job. I got everything set up, lined up. Step on the pedal, shutters closed.
Oh, yes. That's a great one. That's a very good pet peeve.
Somebody said, I don't understand this one. Snarky comments on job tickets from the salespeople, and it says, quote, "Turn me over for a surprise," but then it's just the job order. Sounds kind of fun.
That right?
I guess if it happened a lot, it'd probably get old.
Right. And it's probably the same guy over and over doing that. It's like, okay, dude.
When people act like their watch battery replacement is like in a flat tire emergency, stranded in the middle of a 4-lane road.
That's every watch battery.
Yeah. It's because watch customers are the worst.
They
People that don't trust you enough to leave their ring.
Mm-hmm.
So people that don't trust you enough to leave their ring. So if you don't do it now, they walk away. I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this new pet peeve unlocked before this is going to have to be it. I lost my train of thought there too. It was oh my gosh. This is the worst way to end the episode. That got me on a tangent, and then I realized, man, we have to open the store like right now.
We do. Crap.
Oh man, that's gonna drive me crazy, guys. This one, I could have kept going. There were so many, guys. We have pet peeves.
I have one more before we go.
Okay, go ahead.
People that are too happy. Customers that come in and they're just
my
like,
God.
"How are you this morning?" Oh, I'm miserable.
Actually, the last one is when people say bevel instead of bezel. I just want this bevel set. All right, we got to go, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
New episodes come out every Tuesday morning. Follow us on Instagram.
Maybe with a guest.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for your pet peeves. Now I hate life. Goodbye.
Bye.
Phone's been ringing all damn morning. Same old story, same old plea. My grandmother's ring is broken. Can you tell me what you see? But I'm staring at my ceiling while you're talking through the wire. Your description's got no feeling for the truth that I require. You can paint me every detail, every scratch and every flaw, but your words will always fail, 'cause there's something more I saw. I can't fix what I can't see. Can't you understand? Bring it down here next to me. Put it in my hands. Your voice is just a whisper in a world of gold and stone. I can't fix what I can't see through the telephone. It's a simple chain that's tangled, just a clasp that won't stay closed. But I've been in this game too long now to believe what you suppose. There's a universe of problems in the spaces in between what you think and what's reality, the things I've never seen. You can swear it's barely damaged, you can promise nothing major, but I've learned to be more cautious than your confident wager. I can't fix what I can't see. Can't you understand? Bring it down here next to me. Put it in my hands. Your voice is just a whisper in a world of gold and stone. I can't fix what I can't see through the telephone. Light reflects in countless ways on surfaces you've never noticed. Every angle tells a story that your memory never focused. So please don't ask for estimates for work I've never touched, 'cause promises made blindly always seem to cost too much. I can't fix what I can't see, won't pretend I can. Bring it down here next to me. You'll understand.